So have you ever wondered, where do all these style rules come from? Dun, dun, dun. Well, the answer is the style Illuminati. So you've got Aaron Marino, Raphael Schneider, Jose Zuniga, Alex Costa, and Hugo Jacquemet. And what happens is they sacrifice a pair of square-toed shoes and they come up with a new style rule every single year. You don't have to follow style rules to look good. Yeah, mind blown, right? Here I thought rules had some type of logical base. Style rules are there as a guide. They're not something that you have to always follow. In fact, when you understand the basis of the rules, you can break them. So the first rule I want to talk about breaking is one that on the surface sounds great, and that is only wear clothing that you feel 100% confident wearing. Now again, that sounds like a good rule, right? And if you're just starting off, I highly recommend you follow that rule. But here's the thing, as you start to dress better, as you start to experiment, there are going to be outfits you put together which you're a little bit unsure about. And when that's the case, you want to wear them, but you want to practice wearing them. Not in front of other people, wear them at home and build up confidence by getting used to yourself wearing that clothing. You see, there's a difference between something being uncomfortable and something being unfamiliar. Oftentimes when you're doing something for the first time, if you're challenging, if you're pushing the limits, you're going to feel, oh, this is unfamiliar. Not necessarily that it doesn't look good or that it won't look great on you or that you can't pull it off. It's just something that you're not used to. It's like going to the gym. Yeah, it feels a little bit different, especially when you haven't been there for a year. But after going to that gym 20, 30 times, all of a sudden you feel, hey, this is part of my routine. I feel strange not going. Maybe you want to start wearing a sports jacket with a little bit louder of a pattern. Maybe it's starting to wear a pocket square. Maybe it's a fragrance that's a unisex fragrance. Whatever it may be, practice doing it in private, and then all of a sudden, yeah, just go out and rock it and feel confident when you do. The next rule I want you to break: every man needs a signature scent. Now this rule makes a lot of sense when you're just getting started because most guys don't wear fragrance on a regular basis. So this gets you into the habit, teaches you how fragrance can actually go on the offense for you versus the defense. Yes, you're showering, you're wearing deodorant, you don't want to smell bad, but when you smell great and people remember what you smell like, that's a good thing. But here's the thing, you chose that signature scent after testing only 3 fragrances. And to be honest, you went with the cheapest one. Yes, it's highly rated, a great fragrance, but still, there are other options you should probably try. When it comes down to it, smell is one of our most underutilized senses, yet one that we can pick up millions of different types of molecules and combinations, and it just makes sense. And when you smell something like this or something like this, your mind is going to be blown. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just do a little bit of research, find something that resonates you when you read about it, and go ahead and just try a blind buy. The next 2 rules to break: matching metals with metals and leather with leather. So check out this watch right here. Look at how that gold mixes with that steel, that silver, even with that blue. This is just a great looking watch and is proof that you can easily mix metals of different color. Now, what about matching your shoes with your belt? In general, you want to get close, but it doesn't have to be an exact match. In fact, if you want to bring in a fun belt, something with color, you're going to look like a clown trying to match your shoes with these. Other times you got shoes in a color that, yeah, you don't want a belt in that color. So, how to break this rule? Think about the situation. If it's during summer, you're wearing chinos, then a combination like this is going to work. Other times, if the color's close, and in this case, both the items being casual, the combination is going to work as well. Now, gents, if you're looking for a belt that's going to match your shoes or complement them, you want to check out today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle. Gents, I've been talking about Anson Belt and Buckle for coming on a decade because this company is friggin' awesome. Seriously, way before they came in and sponsored any of my videos, I put up a video just simply reviewing their products because I thought they were that good. Best part about all this, they've gotten even better. Seriously, if you haven't been to their website lately, you want to get over there and check out all the different options they got for you when it comes to all the different types of buckles, all the different types and colors and materials when it comes to straps. And of course, check out their micro adjust system. This is a holeless belt system that allows you to adjust the belt to 1/4 of an inch. Seriously, compare this to most other belts that only adjust to 1 inch, and after just a month, start to leave all these indentions and marks because you're putting all the pressure in one spot. And of course, since this is Real Men Real Style, let's talk about interchangeability. How many different belts do you see here? Most people would say, okay, I've got a belt here with a buckle, belt, buckle, maybe 3, right? No. There are 9 because all these buckles will work with all of these straps, so it's interchangeable. Now, the best deal over on their website is going to be the gift pack. With that, you get to choose either 2 straps and 3 buckles or 2 buckles and 3 straps. Up to you, 6 combinations. It looks good, so if you want to give it as a gift to your father, you're a woman out there, you want to give this to a man, or you want to buy it for yourself. Practical, timeless gift. No guy is going to be upset with this under the tree. And by the way, if you conceal carry, you want to check out the conceal carry line. These are going to be belts that are reinforced and are made to work with a holster. 100% satisfaction guarantee, a lifetime guarantee, over 10,000 5 stars. It's a family-run business I am proud to support. Guys, check out Anson Belt and Buckle down in the description. This company treats you like family. Seriously, I've heard stories of people cutting their belts too short and they send them a note and they send them a belt out. This is amazing customer service. This is the kind of company you want to go over and spend your money at. The next rule you want to break to level up your style game, the rule on watches. So normally when you're wearing a sports jacket or a suit, you want to wear a dress watch, a very clean, simple watch with a leather band. Me, I'm going to be wearing a dive watch. I love dive watches. And I know I put out a whole chart talking about how dive watches are too casual when you're wearing a suit. But here's the thing. If you like dive watches, if you like aviator watches, you like field watches, then go ahead and rock them with whatever you want. Now you could argue some dive watches are a little bit too clunky. This Sterling right here, the numbers maybe a little bit too heavy, or maybe the Samurai right here, just a little bit too thick, a little bit too gaudy. That being said, you love the watch, you love the way it looks on you, it makes you feel confident, then wear it with whatever you want, even if it's a G-Shock. The next rule to throw out the window, a man should not wear boots with a suit. All right, so maybe not these ones right here, but these are absolutely beautiful. Wear these with a suit and you're gonna turn heads. Or this pair right here with gray flannels or jeans, maybe in a sports jacket. Yeah, what a combination. And speaking of suits, the next rule you can ignore, wearing a suit with a necktie. You always have to do it. Now I get it. If you've got an interview with a conservative company, you guys are all gonna be on video and everyone's gonna be wearing a suit. Yes, in that case, you wanna show you're part of the team, that you understand the culture, that you're one of them. But that being said, if you just simply like to wear suits, and yeah, it's a pretty casual company, why not rock that suit? Rock that jacket. You don't need to wear the necktie. You can accessorize in other ways. Have fun with jewelry. Maybe bring in a pocket square. Show that, yes, I understand style and I pay attention to it, but I don't need to have the necktie to look good. The next rule you can jettison, a man should not wear pink. Seriously, where did this come from? If you look back on history, men used to wear a lot of pink. In fact, boys wore pink clothing. And then somehow it changed. I know commercialism, where it's like pink is going to be for girls, blue is going to be for boys. And at some point it was decided that men just aren't going to get as many pink options, which is really too bad. For the right complexions, if you've got darker skin, if you've got a high contrast look, if you're an older guy, you can go for a pink and it's really just going to complement the skin. I love pink as a color, especially for shirts. You can bring it in with a few accessories here or there, maybe even bring in some salmon trousers. Point being is explore pink, such a great color that's really underutilized. A man must match his socks and pants. No, he doesn't. You can wear any type of socks you want. Now, in general, this rule comes from the idea of not breaking up the leg line, of a man didn't want to draw much attention to himself. But nowadays, it's a great way to have fun, to show style, and there are so many great options out there when it comes to socks. So what video to watch next? How about how to wear dress shoes with jeans? You've got both of them, but how do you pull off this combination? In this video, I make it easy. I explain how. So check it out by clicking right here.